Next, we have our secondary curriculum, U.S. History, the African American Experience. Dr. Gilbert.
Madam President, members of the board, for your information, in U.S. History, the African American Experience will be a new elective offering to students in the 2022-2023 academic year. The text is the current resource used by Chandler Gilbert Community College, which is HIS 204, and has been vetted by teachers and academic coaches. The courses will be offered as dual credit. The committee is recommending the following textbook to move forward in the textbook adoption process: Gates Jr., Henry Lewis, and Donald, I believe it's Yacovone. The African Americans, Many Rivers to Cross, which is New York Smiley Books, 2013. The cost for a class set of 40 is $899.70, which includes estimated tax, shipping, and processing. There are no student digital components. This will be funded and will be funded through site funds. In accordance with ARS 15721, the textbook will be placed on display for 60-day review period for comment at the Melinda Romero Instructional Resource Center starting March 10th, 2022. After the 60-day review period for public comments, the textbook will be presented for approval.
Thank you, Dr. Gilbert. Are there any questions from the board or comments?
I have one, and because I don't know and I didn't ask before, for this course and the next course below, the Mexican American Experience, are these to replace like an American history, or are they supplemental to American history, like if a student wants to take?
Yeah, these are electives, so they can choose to take. It's not replacing anything.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
I just wanted to thank everyone who's working hard to increase dual enrollment options for high school students. And I did have a question. The RIO funds versus site funds, can someone explain that to me?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
Sure. These are dual enrollment courses, and it says it's through site funds. And I was wondering if RIO funds, if there's overlap there between those, or how that works.
I think what we mean by site funds is we allocate already.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say RIO. I should say Chandler Gilbert.
Okay, I thought that's what all right, I thought that's what you meant.
And we actually allocate the dollars to the sites right now. So the dual enrollment is actually by site. So the money brought in is actually at the site, and the site is able to spend that on professional development, supplies, X, Y, and Z. So it would be allocated to the site still, and then broke out to the stipends that are needed.
And if I can add to that, one thing is important when we look at new courses that come usually from the site and looking to add courses to their school. One of the things we think is very important, because we determine as a district some of the textbooks that are automatically purchased, whether it's in math, social studies, some of our core classes. When we have schools wanting to look at this program, we also think it's important for them to look at the budget that they would be bringing in order to purchase these books. So it's not just automatic, let's just add these courses, and we're not looking at what the cost might be. So that's why we look at some courses, the textbooks that they're going to use would be something that comes out of the site budget. So
to answer the question, there's a good chance that there's probably some RIO funds.
Chandler,
I keep saying
yes.
that, sorry, Chandler Gilbert.
Dual
Because I'm in
enrollment.
Tempe Union, and
Dual
for 20
enrollment
years I've been
funds,
saying
yes.
that. For Chandler Gilbert to funds to be part of what the site funds, the pot that it comes from.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
How many, Dr. Gilbert, at what schools are these, I guess both courses going to be offered?
Well, I actually don't have the initial schools that are going to start with this. Every school has the opportunity to use it. I believe this is starting at Chandler High, though, now that I think about it.
Okay.
But this is available to any of our schools. Once a course is approved, which this course was actually approved back in December, now we're just really looking at the course book. So any of our schools could actually select this if they have enough enrollment for the course.
Okay. Now, does the classroom, when you have a classroom set of 40 books, and there's no digital option for this, do students have a book for in the classroom and then one that they can take home also, or how does that work?
Usually when we're purchasing a set of 40, it is for the classroom, but usually you order enough that if it's something that needs to be taken, there's something that can be utilized in working with the students. I don't think there was any anything more than that, no. I look to my experts out in the field.
Okay.
But usually if we're ordering a set of that little, the smaller sets, you're usually ordering some that if you need to have it go home, you could.
Okay, and so would that be just enough